So what have you been doing at school? Anything interesting?
I don't know if you heard, but in our class today, Wilbur was a bit, cuckoo.
Oh, you were saying something to your mum about him?
Basically, we were in art. And, basically, we were all doing, like, colouring in.
Are you going to put this in the paper bin or am I?
I'll do it. He's still there.
Oh, unusual place to camp. There you go. Wait a minute, might be some more yet. I don't know if, oh no, he's a wee.
Right.
Oh, carry on.
Right, I'll be right back.
So what was he doing then?
So we were all colouring it. I was colouring it in, and other people making snowflake thingies. And Jodie, our art teacher, had music on, Christmas music.
Oh right, yeah.
Wilbur, for some reason, decided to stop doing everything and decided to just do dances.
That's not too bad, is it?
Here's the thing. He wasn't allowed to. The teachers kept telling him to stop dancing.
Yeah.
What did he keep doing? Dancing.
Yeah.
It was a bit distracting.
He's a dancing fool.
Yep, he is. So I kept telling him to stop. Wouldn't listen. Eventually, Jodie and Joe had to say if he kept doing it, the music would have to go off and it would ruin it for everyone. Guess what Wilbur's excuse was for dancing?
That
his dad was happy about it yesterday. I want to remind you.
About what?
That Wilbur was dancing yesterday, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, from what he said, he had danced the day before.
At school or at home?
At home.
Okay.
So his excuse was that his dad liked dancing, so he was allowed to do it. I don't think Wilbur realises his parents don't have authority over much that happens at school. That's the teachers.
Right.
That his parents do what he can at home, and sometimes other things. So yeah, it was a bit chaotic. Anyway, eventually Wilbur kept doing it. I kept telling him to stop, and eventually it was distracting me. So I had to tell Joe, just because I was getting distracted. Joe keeps dancing still. So because the teachers had told Wilbur to stop multiple times because he wasn't meant to dance in art, because what they told him, it wasn't music, it was art, which is a very fair point to say, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
It's fair though, if you think about it.
I suppose. I ain't sure.
It's not music. It's not a music lesson. It's an art lesson, so you shouldn't be dancing.
True. It ain't a dancing lesson, is it? Anyway, either road.
Yep. And eventually, Jodie had to turn it off when Wilbur just began to cry.
Did he?
Yeah, he began crying, trying to get sympathy or something.
Oh.
So,
Did it work?
no.
Ah.
Eventually, he just tried to leave. We had to get the behaviour team over. He also kept saying that he was going to find a phone and call his dad. And I was questioning, what's his dad gonna do? We're at school. What's he gonna do? Tell us off?
Yeah, it might do.
The teachers are the only ones who can tell us off. Not a parent when they're not at school over something their son is doing. Like, if Wilbur's dad told us off for telling him to stop dancing, I would be very, very, very annoyed, because it's school, not he doesn't have. If Wilbur's not meant to dance, he's not meant to dance at school. School, it's the unfortunate reality. But from what I can gather, Wilbur doesn't like being told no.
Oh well.
Was there the ball there? So I'm not sure the dog will grab it.
Ignore it. Ignore it. He might not see it. It's been well and truly chewed, that hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd ignore it. That's it. He's missed it. Thank God for that, eh?
Some another dog will get it eventually.
Does he like playing with balls?
He likes them. He likes just squeaky balls.
The squeaky ones?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of dogs like them, don't they?
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was a bit chaotic. And since this has become very proven this week and the previous weeks, it's become very clear to me that Wilbur does not like following the school rules.
Ah.
It makes me very much convinced that in his adulthood, I'm not sure he will follow the law. I'm very, very, very convinced there is a possibility that Wilbur might go to jail. I'm sure of, because if he doesn't follow the laws, you go to jail.
Well,
or go to court.
In some cases, you do.
Depending on the law, am I right?
In some cases, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't. Not everybody conforms to laws.
Yeah, but there, unfortunately, if he can't listen to the rules, who knows if he will follow the law. That's my
Come on,
fault.
this way.
That's my fault. He doesn't follow the laws. He doesn't follow the rules, but he follows the laws.
Well, laws are put in place so that everybody can live reasonably safe. But
Yeah.
some people just don't conform, like I say.
Yeah,
They
there
don't
are some.
conform to-
There are some people. And if Will won't listen to the rules at school, will he listen to the laws of the entire country?
Well, maybe he'll grow out of it, eh?
I hope so, because
Oh,
I'm
don't
getting.
shout, I'm only
Sorry,
here.
sorry. I hope so, because I'm getting real tired of it.
Well, you've just got to try to ignore it. Or hope
That's
that
right,
he
Bob.
dances his way out the classroom and out the school.
Never returns.
Out the school.
It'll be very peaceful, that would be.
I bet it would.
A very peaceful world where no one in the classroom is arguing.
Who's the other one that
Alex, he was a bit loud today, that's it, really.
was he?
Yeah.
Well,
He wasn't loud the usual self.
what was he doing his art stuff like? Painting
Believe it or
or-
not, yes, he was. I think it's become very clear that depending on if he likes the lesson, Alex will do the lesson.
Ah, well,
If he likes it, then he will do it.
fair enough. So, this way. Come on, you.
So yeah, luckily enough, we don't have to worry about Alex in art really. Besides, when he tells people to shut up, really.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing we can do.
You can always ignore it, no, can't you?
Yeah. So yeah, when it comes to the two of them, Alex is the only one I don't really dislike as much because, well, he can be annoying, but there are times when he can be a good person. I've not really seen Will. I've seen Will do something good once.
Well,
I've seen Alex do good things multiple times. So, thankfully, my thought is that when it comes to the two of them, hopefully, eventually, Alex will hopefully become a good person.
well, they probably are good people, but they're just
But-
taking a while for it to come out.
Yeah, I hope Alex is a good person because he does generally seem like he probably could be.
It's just taking a while for him to show his goodness, that's all.
Anyway, so here's another thing about Wilbur. Wilbur has reportedly gotten a girlfriend, but from what I've overheard the teachers multiple times telling Wilbur that his girlfriend,
What's that do? What are you doing with your fingers?
it's air quotes.
Is it? Okay, don't do that. She looks like bunny rabbit ears.
Yeah.
And I was just about to shoot you with a gun.
Yeah, you have a gun though. You have a bullet you have an unfired bullet that you found. As a
Yeah,
kid,
well, I'll
but-
bring it with me next time. And if I see them bunny rabbit ears, I might shoot you.
How will you do that? You have a gun. What will you do? Hit with your hammer?
Yeah, just hit it with a hammer. Bang. Your fingers will be gone. There'll be no more bunny rabbit ears. Anyway,
Anyway.
carry on.
So
That
his
is girlfriend.
girlfriend
Yes.
isn't his girlfriend. They're friends.
Right.
But Will says they're dating outside of school. But apparently his friend found out about this and has asked the teachers multiple times to remind Wilbur
All right,
they're
you
not
can't
dating.
drive it.
They're just friends.
Ah, well.
I don't think Wilbur keeps saying they're going
Yeah,
for a boyfriend
used to
outside
be,
school. I'm starting to get real worried eventually he's going to take things too far and going to end up on some side of mental ward. Or there might be an incident. You never know. For all I know, he might do something that makes the news. The BBC I'll be interviewed by the BBC. I'll be like, yeah, he did that.
Yeah, well. I mean, when you think about it, really, if he's got a girl who is his friend, then it's his girlfriend.
Yeah, but not like dating.
No, no.
Yeah, it's a bit weird though. Like he's not respecting another person's wishes. It's
Well, that's it. If she don't want to
date. You don't
date
want
with
to
him,
date.
then that's
It's
it. End of, isn't it?
it's end of. There's a million things I haven't done. You alright?
Yeah, my back aches a little bit. I've been decorating that damn room all day. You're all right, you ain't got to rub me back. Yeah, good lad.
So yeah, it's kind of hard to believe it's Christmas time.
Hmm?
Kind of hard to believe it's Christmas time.
Yeah, they said we're going to. There's a possibility of getting more snow, but they said it won't be snowing on Christmas Day.
Shame.
I don't know how they work it out. These.
They probably look at the atmosphere.
They probably do. You're right.
They're atmospheric people. Look what's going on in the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a bit strange to think Christmas is only just around the corner.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy to believe 2025 is also around the corner.
I'll have all them presents to open again. Millions of presents.
Oh,
Well, trillions of presents.
I know I'm getting a few Funko Pops for Christmas based off Funko Fusion.
What's that, a game?
Yeah, Funko Fusion is that game I'm enjoying. You know the one?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Basically, they have these real life Funko Pops based off it, where you can buy them and earn codes
Right.
based on in-game content. You can earn in-game content for it.
Oh,
There are
okay.
5 codes, 3 styles for 3 characters.
Yeah.
Slime Pit He-Man, which gives you an extra He-Man variant. Battle Damaged Megan for Megan. And Edified Diplosaurus, which is basically in the game the main villain edifies different villains, and the Diplosaurus just had an edified version apparently. So yay. And then the last 2 aren't styles, they're characters.
Oh.
Bob's Big Boy and Mecha Freddy.
So, and you think you're getting how many?
3. But there's always a code, you never know what code you're getting, so there's always a chance of a duplicate.
Oh, I see.
So, but you never know with 2, so if I get 2...
Wait a minute. Rewind. So, you get them as presents, but you don't know what you're getting.
No, I know what pops I'm getting, but I don't know what the code's going to be for. Makes sense?
Well, what if it's a code that you don't want or don't need?
I can
Put it this
trade.
way.
Funko Fusion has trading you could do on their Discord and their Reddit, so
So if you got it, you could.
trade it for
swap it
what
for
I
something
want.
else.
Yeah, depending on if it's what people want.
Righto. I think I'm up to speed.
So yeah, so if I, for example, got 2 Bob Big Boys
Yeah.
and a Slime Pit He-Man, I'd redeem 2 of them. I'd redeem Slime Pit He-Man and Bob's Big Boy. Then I would give everyone the. Then I'd see, hey, does anyone have a Mecha Freddy or something on the Reddit?
What they're building up at the club anyway.
No clue. I think it's just extra room.
Is it?
Or I don't know. For all I know, all I know is I'm going to explore it when it's done.
Oh, yeah?
I'm allowed in.
Good idea.
For all I know, it could just be a storage area where they keep all the beer.
I can see they've got all the diggers there. There's a place. When you go up there with your mum and dad for a weekend, just nip round the back, see if there's any keys in the diggers. Go and have a drive.
It'll be fun.
See what you can demolish.
I'll go to the park. I'll go to London. I'll go to Downing Street. I'll demolish that. Teach Keir Starmer a lesson.
It might teach him a lesson, you never know.
Yeah.
You never do know.
You know, in 4 years' time, there'll be a general election, but also in 4 years' time, I'll be 18. He's drawing.
Yeah, a lot of sniffs, that's why. Sending his senses into overdrive. So what are you saying there?
In 4 years' time,
Yeah.
there'll be a general election, and I'll also be 18, meaning I'll
Yeah.
be able to vote.
Yeah.
So, you know who I'm going to vote for?
Let me guess. Nigel Farage.
Yes.
You know why I know that?
Why?
She told me that about 2 weeks ago.
Yep,
I
I'm going to
remembered.
vote for reform. I have trust that they'll be able to fix the country, and if they don't fix the country, I'll just flee to Canada.
Why Canada? Any reason?
Because they're not part of the EU and the immigration policies aren't bad.
Oh, fair
Because
enough.
unlike the rest of unlike the EU,
Yeah.
who has rules about immigration
Mhm.
that only Poland doesn't seem to follow, also a few other countries, Canada can control its immigration. And also we can as well, but just the people coming on the boats aren't being turned around.
Well, therefore, then we can't control them, can we?
Yeah, like I can it's a bit complicated to me. Like, obviously there are people who deserve to come as refugees and stuff like that. Like Ukraine, for example. Honestly, they need to come because are they going to stay in a Ukraine when Russia, one of the most powerful countries in the world, who, by the way, it's kind of funny when you consider they've only taken a small portion of the west side of Ukraine, obviously the east.
way?
They've taken like a bit of it. All I know is that the part of Ukraine they've taken is that they now can connect to Crimea.
Well, that's
Which they did take over.
First goal, isn't it? Really?
They can now get to the rest of Crimea, but besides that, Ukraine is really, really won.
Come on this way.
Ukraine is really winning this war.
This way. It's a lot of it is
Yeah.
strategic. The Russians go for places like when they helped Syria out originally. It was so that they could get a naval base and air bases there.
They're more of a brute strength, aren't they? They attack, not really with a plan.
Russia,
Yeah,
well, they do have the plans.
but they have the plans, but they're more of brute strength. They're like the heavy in Team Fortress 2, who's more of the
Ooh,
attack with enough,
This way,
the more enough
this way.
the attack power guy.
Oh yeah, he likes to show his muscle, doesn't he?
Yeah, they want to attack, don't they? They're more of the will attack now, think later. But Ukraine, it's being strategic. So, like I was saying beforehand, the Ukrainians, obviously, they deserve to come here, because where will they go? Where will they go besides that? Well, not many people are going to stay in Ukraine with their family because what if Russia gets further in? There are many people already trapped in the taken over parts.
Lots of the Ukrainians in Poland.
I know, because they have a border with Poland.
A lot of European countries have gone to.
Yeah. Then we have
Now, if we come this way, are we likely to be shot by somebody with a bow and arrow?
I don't see anyone.
Can you see anybody?
No.
Let's go walk around the perimeter then, or go down that way. Give them a good walk round. He ain't been out today.
Right, so, like I said earlier, obviously Ukrainians, they deserve it. There are other people from other countries that also deserve to come here because they're refugees of war and such. But then there are the people coming in on the boat who, as far as I'm aware, are people coming in from countries in the Middle East, which aren't at war currently. Also, the Middle East has wars.
Hold him a minute.
Because obviously the Middle East does have wars, but they're not currently at. There's no the people coming in are from countries not at war, if I remember correctly. And I think they've been causing a bit of chaos, haven't they?
Yes, but listen, man. Refugees are welcome in most places, but the idea is with refugees, they go for asylum to the first safe country. But most of them are bypassing scores of countries to get to this country because of our welfare state. Basically, we can want money for nothing.
Aha!
As soon as they sign on the Dole Centre, they will receive benefits. Now that's wrong. Because old age pensioners like me and Bubba, who've worked all our lives and paid into the country, paid thousands upon thousands to the country, they stop giving us money for our winter fuel bill, but they will pay asylum seekers all their bills and put them up in hotels.
It's a bit wrong.
Where's the fairness there?
It's not fair at all. Not fair at all. If they want to come and enter the country, they can sign up for it. They can go through the immigration process.
Well,
They can become citizens. They can't just come in on the boat. If they want to live here and do it, they can do it like all the other people who want to live here. They can go through the process, get their citizenship. The government could do. They can do all that instead of coming in via a boat.
a lot of them know that they won't get asylum, so they're paying thousands and thousands of pounds to get it illegally.
Like it's like my taxi driver, who, if I remember correctly, he's from Pakistan, and he came here like a normal person wanting to move to the country. Immigration process, signed up for citizenship, and eventually got it.
Yeah,
Moved to the UK, UK citizen now.
that's right. And that's fair enough. He didn't come over on a boat and pay £3,000 to somebody that's meeting in this country, did he?
Nope. Which is like,
There are processes in place, and that's the way you can keep numbers down.
yeah, and obviously people coming in as well, legally coming in, who are becoming citizens, understand that there's going to be a cultural difference, isn't there? They're going to understand that, oh wait, my culture isn't celebrated here. Oh well, they celebrate their own culture. I'll just have to celebrate it by myself, I suppose. That's probably what they'll have to do, isn't it?
Well, a lot.
Because there'll be like small communities who celebrate it. They'll be able to find a community goes, oh hey, we're celebrating this event whilst we're here. They can go celebrate it. They just need to find a little community doing it in like someone's house or something.
That's fair enough.
But-
But on the other hand, they're saying now that in some universities
Yeah.
the students shouldn't say the word Christmas because it alienates other faiths. Well, Indians
Yeah.
have a big event just before Christmas. It's called Diwali, right? And they are massive. It's like a massive Christmas. Leamington's one of the biggest places with all the lights, everything, and so on. Nobody complains about that. But now they're saying we've got to be careful we don't say Christmas in case we offend somebody. Now there's got to be give and take, hasn't there?
Yeah. If we're going to say like if people from India are going to complain about Christmas, why don't we complain about their religion? If they like how I'm not religious, I just celebrate Christmas. Like it's an event that the UK has celebrated for ages. A lot of religions who don't like celebrate Jesus and stuff like that celebrate Christmas. It's just a love event that loads of people love.
But it's the do-gooders in this country and the people who think they're holier than thou. They put these things in place and it just annoys the hell out of everybody else.
I can honestly understand a lot of reasons why Scotland wants independence. I'm tired of the government as well. I can see why the Scots want to leave.
Well, that's a different ball game there because the Scots, I would like them to have independence. And that way we don't have to keep funding them.
Fair enough.
Most of the things that Scots can get for free, us in England pay for.
Huh.
Like parking at hospitals, that sort of thing, medicines and stuff like that. And you might think, well, that ain't much. It's millions and millions of pounds a year. And the Scots and the Welsh
Don't
don't pay for it.
The Northern Irish.
Well, that's a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Yeah, because Northern Ireland's a bit more complicated, isn't it? Because it's not like when it comes to Northern Ireland, it's not disputed territory. Like Ireland wants it back, but they're sort of fine with it. It's hard. I think more or less to put Northern Ireland, it's like they want it back, but they think they'd rather wait for the UK or Northern Ireland to want to rejoin. They're just like, we want it back, but we can play the waiting game. Which I think is a very fair thing for the Irish to do, unlike the Argentinians who took the Falklands by force and we had to go and forcefully take them back.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, politics?
Like, Spain doesn't like us very much, obviously. Like,
Right.
and at least unlike Argentina, Spain will at least wait to get Gibraltar. They'll be like, we have Gibraltar, and we'll go no, and they'll have diplomatic talks, won't they? Obviously, like I'm pretty sure we were doing all right with the Falklands talks back before the Falklands War. It's just when they got that military dictatorship, isn't it? When our
To be
relationship.
perfectly honest with you, Harry, there's every chance that now Labour are in power that they could well give back the Falklands and give back Gibraltar
Yeah,
because he's going about things the wrong way.
yeah.
There's a lot of people who voted for him who wish they hadn't now, especially old age pensioners.
Hey, we only haven't had him for 4 years, and if anything does go super wrong, I suppose the king could step in. Probably won't, but you never know. There is a chance.
If you've got him for 4 years and he doesn't do anything about the winter fuel payments for pensioners, there'll be a lot less in this country anyway. Because there are people who are on the poverty line anyway, and they'll just die off. They won't be able to either. It's like the old saying, they will have a choice. They can either eat or heat, not both. So they either fill their bellies or keep warm. And some can only just about to eat. So
It's a shame, really. But it's like, didn't the Queen one time fire a person who runs Australia because she had the power to do that?
that's when it was part of the empire. She has got, or did have powers, but not so much now. Come on, come on, you eat.
Yes.
Come on.
The king, though, doesn't he? The king, if he sees it, doesn't he have the power to like dissolve parliament or fire members of parliament?
He's got different sorts of powers, but exactly what they are, I don't know.
He also has to accept laws, doesn't
Listen, you're on the outside of this if you can. Where's he from? You're on the outside of it if you can, Harry. Goodbye.
The king has to accept laws, though, doesn't he? So if the king does think there's a law that isn't going to be good for the country, he can go, no, that law isn't coming into place, isn't he?
Most laws are made by the government, but they have to go to the king to like just.
So if the king doesn't like a law, he can say that law isn't coming into place.
I don't know if he can stop it, but he can certainly alter his opinion about it.
So if the king didn't think it was a good idea, he could say no, but they wouldn't really do anything with it.
Come on, then.
It's a bit weird.
They're all right. Mind your head.
So yeah, I think.
Come on this way.
I feel like the king needs a bit more power when it comes to stuff. Like, obviously, the royal family not fully trustable, but then again, they'd probably. I'd rather the king be fully in charge.
Keep it down just a little bit.
I'd rather the king be in charge and Keir Starmer be in charge at this point.
Well, he's just the head of state, isn't he, the king? So you've got to have a government where everything
Works
supposedly is decided between MPs and that sort of thing. And the king, like I say, he can just put his 2 pence in to say whether he agrees with something going ahead or not.
I
I mean, at one point it used to be like with Henry VIII. He was the final thing. Nothing went past him. If he said something happened, it happened. And if you didn't like it, you could lose your head. Simple as that. But it's different now.
Well, I feel like Parliament, as the way it is work currently, I think we need to sort of rethink how it works, because clearly the way it works currently needs a bit of a rethink, if you ask me. Maybe someone should go. Maybe we should disassemble Parliament for like a while, and like we get the people who get people who actually can run the country. So
Well, we're supposed to want to do that now. We're doing this section, we'll do a shop.
if we can fix the country, maybe we should get people we know are actually good at their job. Like, I don't know, the military's good at their jobs. Maybe get.
Careful where you're walking.
I'm being careful.
I don't even know if we can get through here.
Maybe the military and the king can. Anyway, what are you doing? Come on, boy. Let's do. Come on. Fine.
You used to be able to get through up here somewhere on the left. Might be just here. Do you ever walk your way up here?
I don't know.
You and your mum and dad?
I don't think so, actually. I know we've walked him into the. I know we've walked him to the rugby club, but I don't think he's ever been to this part of the woods before.
Oh, you could come through all the time with the girls. This way. This is it. You can walk right the way up to, more or less up to the flying floor here.
Yeah. What is that? Sign, see? On the hell happened to that?
Now what I'm looking at?
Nothing. I was just wondering why it happened to the sign. Maybe someone ripped it off or somebody drunk.
Might do. Or maybe they...
The Rugby Club is just up there.
They might have run into it because some cars and vans go down there if they're doing work. Instead of walking all the way down that long path.
It's like a doctor's.
This is, you go to the doctors in the town, don't you?
Yeah.
Up by Tesco's.
Yeah.
That's the one you do. A lot of people around this one, they say they go there, or the one down by Dimbles Lane, bottom Dimbles Lane, there's another doctor's surgery there.
Interesting.
Right, you going to stop out here and argue it?
Yeah.
Do you want anything from the shop?
A can of regular cola, please.
What?
Like regular Coke, not diet.
You've got that at home.
That's Coke Zero.
You want regular?
Yeah, just a normal bit. Just one.
Okay.
If you can't get a can, get a bottle.
Okay. Leave it with me.
Thank you, Grandad.
It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I get a little anxious when you call me on the phone. Somebody said that it fades away, but in the interim it was hard to see that way. It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I'm in denial about living life alone. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. Can't keep it together ever anyway. When every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. Can't keep it together ever anyway. When every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay that way, that way. I thought it'd change when I got older, but the same year came over and over, and the only change that I could feel was the aging of my bones. And then in one October, when the sidewalk home was covered over, well, I don't know the method, but you pull life from the loan. It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I'm in denial about living life alone. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. Can't keep it together ever anyway. When every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid.